Hello, this is Clint Locklear with the Farmer's Grove, and I want to talk a little bit about extending your systems, how to save money, different ways to do that. There's several reasons for doing this, but the bush, or the tree, I guess technically you're looking at, is a weeping red mulberry. Chickens really like it, so on the Farmer's Grove we're going to have a bunch of these. And what I've done is run some experiments. You can see the clamshell air propagators. You can use all kind of stuff, plastic bottles, just wrap, aluminum foil, whatever you want to use. And basically putting a medium in there. And I've got a video on that, but I just wanted to show this because I'm taking some apart, because what I normally do is run an experiment on trees that I'm trying to see what it is. So we've got this one right here. And then I don't see another one that I haven't taken off already. I thought there was one more I could show you. But what I'm doing is, in the springtime, I've let this get out of control on the bottom, and then I can come in here, I'll cut this branch off, put another air propagator, I'll come over here, put another air propagator, because it does seem like it's working fine on these bottom limbs over here. I can put, so just off of this growth this year, and on the edge of these limbs they're fairly tall now, I can probably get another 10 or 15 trees out of that. And because it is a weeping tree, if you've never dealt with one, I can come by and stake this one straight up, and then it'll just grow up and it'll start putting all these side shoots, which gives me more propagation opportunities, or more taller weeping mulberry. You can run it up to about 10 feet probably, and you'll still be fine. Chickens love them for one reason, is they can get under them. There's a lot of cover, plus it's dropping fruit for them and everything like that. But I just want to show, and I'm running an experiment on what exactly it's going on with this, because regular mulberries, just standard mulberries, Pakistan mulberries, Afghanistan mulberries, all those white mulberries, they air layer very easily. So I was going to come over here and show you what some of these are, because some of them's interesting, and I just want you to have an honest idea about what's going to happen. This one did not put on roots, even though it's good and healthy up on this end. It did not put on roots at all. This one looks kind of dead, but it has plenty of candium, and lo and behold, when I pull this off, it's got plenty of root systems in here. So I'm going to take this really good tree medium that I make, and I'm going to plant this out, and I'll see if it comes back. Now here's one that you have a lot of green on the other side. And you can see the roots that are up in there, and from looking at the bottom, which I don't know if we'll be able to see all the way up in there, maybe you can. There's a lot bigger roots inside of this ball that's right here. Now it's very simple to do. So if you have weeping mulberries or figs or whatever tree it is that you want to propagate, there's a couple reasons for doing it. The first one is, from a permaculture's point of view, is to extend the system. Now I know some of the perma police out there is going to go, you should always start with brand new genetics or you won't have diversity. As many different types of trees as I've got on my place, diversity's fine, so I'm not really worried about that one. But the other thing is, if you don't have the money to extend your system and you have a partial system, start propagating that system to pay for the rest of your system. Because if we get off of the tree over here next year, say, just keep the math simple, 10 more of these trees, I can make the decision at that time to sell them or plant them. Now to plant them, if you've never done the air layer, I suggest you put them in pots this fall. You keep them in a controlled environment with good moisture levels in the summer, and plant them out next fall. So I just don't take these out and plant them out right now. But let's say we get 10 plants here. Easily after that second year, that air propagation new tree is going to be worth $15 to $20. Let's say 20, because a lot of times on this type of particular weeping mulberry, $35, $40 pretty easy. Now you're looking at $20 times 10, that's $200. The space that this tree's taking up is maybe 6 square feet, possibly square feet, you know, which is not a whole lot. So that's $200 per square feet by using air layering on one tree. That's more than someone that's planting corn this year is going to get on a whole acre with all the debt that they have to go in to get it. So there's a lot of reasons for that. But if you don't have money, be creative and figure out how to generate money. And one of those ways is to propagate what you have or propagate other people's stuff because they won't care. And all of a sudden, now this tree that didn't put on any fruit, from a normal way of looking at profit would go, well, there was no value there. Or you could say, well, I'm going to get $200, $250, $300 off of this tree for next year, and I still have the tree, and I can extend it or sell it to help move my system along in other places that I may not have money. Just my thoughts anyway, but air propagating is definitely an easy thing to learn, and it's one of those that can really help anybody that needs to build up their system that maybe doesn't have the income just to go out and buy stuff from a catalog or from a nursery.